Hi friends, always great to see your comments in the comments section. I read as many as I can. This is a project that I've been working on. I just finished it. Now it's time to test it out. This is a new gallery scene. So let's just pull it out here. You can see all these big, beautiful pictures here. These are ones that I've purchased. The one we're going to be working on is Gallery 2, and we're going to open it up here. Now this is opened up as a background. Really good if you want to really display some content. It's a really big size right now. I'm probably going to have to scale it down because you see it took a few seconds to load there. First thing I want to do is I want to bring in a prop, and I'm going to need to do some editing to this prop because you can see those two side pictures over here. They're on an angle, so I'm going to scale it down a bit. Now at first chance, when you take this out, you're going to notice that it doesn't look that great. On either of these, it just looks terrible. So we need to do some changes to it to make it fit appropriately. Now the way you do that is you're going to put it here and you're going to scale it down just a little bit here. Then you go down to the prop editor and you're going to click deform. And now we're going to make him look like a real monster because we're going to deform him. So let's get to work on that. And you're going to put this like on about the same angle as the upper part here. And this looks like it's going to be okay. Now I should have moved that up, so I'm just going to reset this here because I need a better way to do this. It's just too far away to be able to move it to where I want it to be. So there, like that, and then I'm going to just do it. So let's just open the prop editor again back to deform. And I want these corners to match down here. It looks good. That one looks good so far, and we'll bring this down here. And you can see this looks a bit better now. Now I'm also just going to move this over a little bit and maybe move this up, and that looks okay. So let's just move this up a little bit. Control Z, I don't want to do that, and I'm just going to click this closed and move it up a little bit. Now it looks a little better now, so now it looks better than what it did before. Now I want to make a copy of this. I just press Control on my keyboard, click and drag, then we have a copy of it. Now that doesn't look like it fits that great. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to flip it by doing this. Horizontal flip, and there we go. Looks cool, right? Now, I'm going to scale this down a little bit here. Looks like it's a little too big, and move it into the center. Again, if I want to redo that, easy to do it. Just click on it, hold down Control, click and drag, and bring it across, and then flip it. And this just looks awesome. Now you can always be a little more accurate, but for this video we're just going to get through this as fast as possible. Next thing I'm going to do is bring out my background. I have lots of beautiful backgrounds that I've purchased here. Actually, I want to bring it as a prop, not a background, because we have a background already. And I have this nice, beautiful picture of a mountain, and it's going to resize it. This is a really big picture, and I had to shrink it down, scale it down. Now you can move it to where you want it to be right here. Let's just bring it up here, and we're going to scale it down to the appropriate size. Now this looks cool like this, and then you just take a little bit of time here, and we'll move it to where it needs to be. Now you can see here's a bit. This takes a little bit of time to do because you need to move it accurately. There's actually a better way. I've actually done prop layer, and I'll show you that one next after we finish this. So this takes a little bit more time because you need to be a little more accurate. It looks really good. You can see you can add pictures on the sides by using the deform tool with the prop editor, and you can also add your own picture in the background here. Anyway, this looks good so far. I hope you liked this part of the video. Now we're going to move on to the next part, and I'm going to show you how to do this as a layer prop. So anyway, let's get moving on, and we're going to move into the next one. Let's continue on. I'm going to bring in my prop layer this time, but first I need a suitable background. And we just click background, and this is a beautiful view of a forest. I would love to go hiking here. This place looks absolutely amazing. Now I'm going to bring out our prop layer, and I like this because I made it so I can add any background that I like, such as the one that you see in front of you right now. So one thing to remember when you're working with prop layers, you need to resize them according to the box here. And let's just make sure we do everything perfectly. And there you go. Really easy. This gives you an option to put any type of background you want there. If I want, I can just change it up nice and easy here. We'll go to one of these ones of the mountain. And just take a look at this. You know, it's just the sky. It's like you've reached the top of the mountain. Very easy to add characters. I'm going to grab one here and just try him out. I like this one. This is a very good character. I'll be using him in a project soon. I think people need to start paying attention to their quality of life. Very important for people who have families and kids and stuff. Things are getting way too expensive and things are just not going the way they should be going. Anyway, it takes a few seconds to load it up. There we go, right there. You can place him anywhere. As you can see, it's very easy to move him around. Let's add some animation to him, and we're going to do a sprite change as well. So let's just go here. We're going to go to motions. We need to remember that he's a G3 character and that he's a side-facing character. And we're going to give him some emotion, and he's going to criticize. I recommend everyone get involved in what's going on in their own country. We need to criticize these people for what's going on. A lot of very horrible things going on around the world, and people need to be more active. Anyway, I need to change his sprite. There we go. And you can see it gives me lots of options for the different sprites. I want to choose his hand here. So I click on his hand, and I want him to point the finger. And everybody should be pointing the finger at governments these days. They just aren't doing their job. They are concentrating on other things rather than the interests of the people. Anyway, let's just click play. And there he is there criticizing. You'll see a lot more about this later. I'm going to be getting a lot more into things. I've really seen things change in the world, and I want to make the world a better place. Anyway, this is really good. I'm happy with it. Very good. If I wanted to, I could just click stop and say he's in the wrong position. I could just do a character flip like this, and then he's the other side. If I want to make a copy of him, press Control and just drag it across like this, and then I have a duplicate of him. It's giving a little bit of thought to this. And then I'm just going to wait for a second. So this will clear up in probably a second. And then I'm going to do a character flip like this. And let's press play. So they're pointing fingers at each other. It reminds me of the Democrats and Republicans in the United States. They make me absolutely disgusted with the way they are ruining the quality of life of Americans. Anyway, thanks for watching this video. I'll have a lot more stuff up soon. Really busy creating things. I just thought I'd take a little bit of time and make this video especially for you. Thanks for watching. See you all soon. Remember to subscribe to keep our community growing. Take care of yourselves and your families. Bye-bye.